We tend to believe that each of us is unique on his own way, have a special character. And biologically speaking, it is true. There is no two human beings with the same DNA sequence. There isn't even two people with the exact same eyes color or fingerprints. But it is even deeper than that. Study that was published on IEEE showed that each individual has a unique brain wave pattern. You can think about these waves as a communication between the neurons in our brain. All of our emotion, behaviors, and thought are kind of performed or delivered by it. So we can conclude that each of us are think or feel emotions a little bit different from the other. More so, studies show that our personality change quite easily based on the group of people we are staying with. So with different people, we are behave differently. We are influence the people around us and they are changing us little by little. Our personality are in constant change each day. So you are different from the person you will be tomorrow. Did you hear about the pulse? You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with? It might be true. But does all of that really mean that we are unique? And even if it's true, does it really matter? Sure, each of your friends has its own personality and we all have our own judgment. So as individual, each of us might be quite different. Let's pause for a second and look at humanity as a whole. How hard do you think it is to predict what a group of people will decide to do at a given situation or how they will behave? For example, we all know what kind of music Russian citizens are like to listen to. With a huge probability, we can say that 35% of the male population in Russia like to listen to rock music, when no one ever actually asked all the Russians what music they enjoy. In many cases in statistics, the number of random people a survey needed to give us accurate data is not exceeding 500 people. In other words, if we will ask 500 random people in Russia what kind of music do they like, it will tell us a lot about the preference of all the other people in the country with a very high accuracy. So, 500 people preferences will tell us a lot about a country with over 140 million citizens, which is absolutely insane. Just think about it. It's crazy. We are using statistics on human behavior in multiple fields, such as election prediction, product reviews, and even on worker satisfaction. How could it be that as an individual we are feeling so unique and at the same time we are so predictable as a group? If we will switch to the animal kingdom, which we might be part of, we can easily describe the character of animals. We can predict the response and patterns, we can generalize the unique behavior of any species, and it will be accurate to an high degree. Researchers from the University of Tokyo managed to find traits in young dogs that managed to predict from very young age with 80% of accuracy which dog will be useful as a guide dog. So more people in need will get assistance with less money invested in training. Prior to the research, at random picking, after training, 70% of the dogs would be disqualified for behavioral reasons. In Bielefeld University, a researcher managed using deep learning technology to predict the expansion and the moving pattern of the ants colony based only on the images of the terrain and the current state of the colony. There are many researchers that manage to predict the happiness of the human being based on his environment and life experience. There are even papers that manage to predict the political orientation of a person based on small subsets of variables that seems irrelevant at first glance. How likely a person is to move from his own country? What's the probability of a human to succeed in life? And how likely a person is to cancel his subscription based on his demographic? Believe it or not, these questions are pretty easy to predict using the current dataset that humanity already managed to collect. And the big companies are already using everything they can to get these datasets, using it to their own advantages. For example, Google and Facebook trying to predict what you would want to buy based on your activity. YouTube, Amazon and Netflix tries to recommend you content based on your friend or prior history. And you are probably agree that they managed to do it to an excellent degree. But even if we are predictable and not as special as we wanted to be, we still can enjoy our predictable life on Earth, believing we are as special as we wanted to be. So if you stay till now and enjoy my content, I would be happy if you subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumb up so we could see each other in the next video.